Hi there, welcome to Rachel Likes to Draw. My name is Rachel. I like to draw Link today because, well, the series of The Legend of Zelda is really one of my favorites in the video game world. Plus, the game just came out on the Nintendo Switch. I'm talking about Link's Awakening, and we need to just make it clear it's a remake, so it's a game that already existed before this one was done. But I really love the graphics, and so that's why I decided to do this drawing today. And so getting the proportions right was quite a challenge at the beginning. I had to redraw the first my first version of Link because I really did not get the good proportions. So I really had to take a look at Mr. Link in my hand to make sure that I was doing the good thing with where the eyes were and where the hair was too. Because as you can notice, this Link has really a lot of hair in front of his face. So first time I did it quite bigger than what it was supposed to look like. I think this new design is so cute. Just see how rounded his face is. It makes me think about also the Phantom Hourglass on the DS, and also Spirit Tracks. Just this cutesy style of a character. But those other characters, well, they had bigger eyes and were. It was the finish was less glossy than this one is in the game. It's really everything is so glossy and it has this miniature effect to it also. I love how it is evolving as a series. But back to the drawing. Here, it was a little challenge just to draw the sword in kind of a perspective. You can see it on Link's left side. And for the shield also, you can see how I'm trying to get the best out of the different details, still by keeping this angle. And also with the different symbols on the top of the shield, it was quite a challenge. And maybe you've seen it in the thumbnail of the video. Well, the challenge has not begun yet because this is only the sketch of this project of the drawing, because I want to do it in soft pastel. So you can imagine when I'll get to the shield how precise I will be able to get. So here you can notice I began by the boots first, just to make sure that the 2 feet would end on the same level, because that is important when you need to walk. So second base, which color? So it is actually my first time in a couple of years that I'm just retrying soft pastel. So last time I did those, I think it was in primary school, maybe 15 years ago or something like that. And I had to do a portrait of myself with soft pastels. And it was really a mess to work with, so I was quite scared to try it again and see how messy it would get on the drawing itself. I don't care about just getting dirty with my hands. But I decided to go layer by layer and to add a bit more darkness at each layer so that I would not get too dark too soon. And sometimes you can see me just bend over the sheet. I'm actually just blowing on it because there's so much residues of soft pastel that gets on the drawing, I need to take them off by blowing them away. And another trick that I discovered is actually when I'm doing one color. So Ling has yellow hair, and also Ling has this green tunic. Well, I'm never using only one color. I begin with a lighter color or a darker color for the hair. By example, I began with a darker one, and then I tried to make it like a gradient so that it would go slowly to the other color. And with the smush of my finger, I just smush this color and mix it so that it goes a bit more smoother. And you can notice also for the paper that I used a watercolor paper. So I was not sure what kind of paper I needed to use soft pastels. I know it needed a bit of the grip, and so I chose this watercolor paper. Maybe next time I will try a kind of mixed media paper to see how it goes, because there's so much white space to fill in that I did not get to, so I tried to outline the things, the different elements of the drawing, so that it could be more complete as a whole. And really for the different colors, for the different browns most precisely, I really did not care which one I was beginning with. I was just guessing by looking at it, and if I did some mistakes, well, I would just cover it with more pastels. I think that's why I quite enjoyed pastels, because you can cover up your things quite easily. Maybe not the white. If you wanted more white and you want to add white with the pastel, just like I'm doing right now, it's more of a mixing technique than a covering technique. But else it was quite enjoyable to cover up my things with more pastel. You can also notice for the shield, the blue inside of the shield, I used also different kinds of blues. So a darker one on the right section and a lighter one in the top, and so that it could be more alive as an object with this this change in the color. Here I'm trying to do the symbols, but we just don't see them. But they're there. I did them. And something that I kept in mind also while doing this drawing, I really remembered that it was a messy medium to use, soft pastels, and so I decided to start with the light tones and kind of end with the darker ones. So that's why I did not do the eyes yet. So because the eyes are going to be, well, just like it shows here, black. And so I finished with the black, just in case I would just put too much black everywhere just by touching it by accident. Don't forget the cap. There it is. And you can see that I did not quite enjoy the green, so I added some white and it lightened up the green. So that's a good technique to learn. And also, yeah, I love to do this, darken up the different places that are further from you, or darken up the things you think might be looking great if they were dark enough. I do that a lot too. done with the pastels, I decided to end up this piece by using some color pencils to make sure that it was, well, I had the different details in so that it would be more kind of a, let's say, clean project. The finishing touches are so fun to do. I think it's the best part of the drawing. I just didn't want to put this dark line everywhere, you know, when you want to outline your piece of art with some just big black everywhere so that it could be more defined. Well, it's a trap, don't do that. So here's my final piece. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you liked it, please press a like, subscribe, and you can leave me a comment if you wish. I'll see you in another video. Bye!